For more, 971theticket.com.
The following is a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Good morning. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed. Alongside of me, we've got a panel this morning. Alex Nafusi, Harry Glanz with Capital Mortgage. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, Harv. Morning, Alex.
Bringing Dan Dubinsky from Skyward Realty,
Morning,
downtown
Dan.
Royal Oak.
Good morning, guys.
What's happening, Danny?
Excited to be here.
We haven't had you on in a while, and welcome back to the show. We're looking for your expertise here on Royal Oak, Ferndale, the whole surrounding areas, in Clawson, everything, Birmingham, everything that's going on in your neck of the woods.
Well, I tune in every week, and always listen, and always usually call in. I want to call in to give my advice, but I'm glad I'm here again.
People have more to say when there's not on the mic, right?
He's like the mainstay in our rotation. You know, we have a rotation of experts, but he's like that go-to guy. You know, he's like the guy. He's the closer.
The inside scoop.
He's your closer.
November 9, 2013. Again, we welcome all your phone calls, 248-539-9797. Also, if you want to call the office, if you're a little on the shy side, that's okay. We have people there all day long, all weekend long. If you need an approval letter in your hand, call today. You can get one pretty much instantly. We are a mortgage banker. That means we do it all right there in-house. You can get your approval in hand and move on and make that offer. In the news going on, of course, the October National Housing Survey was conducted by Fannie Mae. Some interesting information came out. The federal government shutdown and the debt ceiling debate, of course, caused a little bit of uncertainty all across the globe, I would say, but more so here in the United States, towards the economy and the housing market. It definitely appeared that it scared some people away, or I don't know, there was crazy with all the buyers, Harry and Alex, and then all of a sudden October did slow down a little bit.
Well, Alex, Dan, Harvey, anytime you have the dramatic increase in sales like we saw over the summertime, and there's a cooling off period, people all of a sudden get alarmed. I mean, it can't sustain that rate. You're talking about simple economics 101, supply and demand. The demand was so great and the supply was so lessened by the fact that everybody bought houses. Now what do you have left on the market? Coupled by the time of year that we're going through right now, which is the fall going into winter. Here in Michigan, what does that usually mean, Dan?
Yeah, well, it means it's colder months, and you're going to see less sellers and less buyers out there.
Correct.
But here's the thing. Remember, if there's a buyer out there right now, that means they're very serious. They're just not tire kickers.
Same thing with a seller, right?
Exactly. Yeah, you just don't put it up at a high price and, say what's going to happen here,
I don't know that that's totally true. I think there's a lot of people right now that throw it out there. I think people, because they get like an unearned sense of self-worth with their properties, and they just throw it out there. And you get a realtor and Danny, not someone like you that's going to be able to tell a seller like, hey, dude, we're not listing your house for $400,000. It ain't going to happen, man. It's $250 all day. We're not going to throw it up at some ridiculous price, but you're going to get that realtor that was in the market in 2003, 4, 5. Left the market and worked at Saks and Whole Foods and Macy's, and then all of a sudden values go up and they jump back in, and you get like, well, we'll just throw it up and see what we get.
So you're saying the question to Dan right now is, how many people do you see just throwing their house on the market to see if they can get a bite on a high price?
Not your client.
Yeah, just in general. What do you see?
I've been to a number of listing appointments where the people are just unrealistic with their price. And Alex is 100% correct. A lot of unexperienced agents will just say, we'll put it at any number, and then hoping that they'll come down. And what ends up happening is obviously it sits there forever, no interest, and the real estate community loses interest in it as well. And they're going to end up having to take it off the market. But a simple, just simple things like a lot of people don't want people traipsing through their home when there's snow and wet out and that kind of stuff.
That's right.
So you're going to find that we see that there is more supply now, but it is because there's less demand.
You know the house that Josh and I looked at yesterday?
Yes.
The last one?
Yes.
You know which one, without throwing out a builder's name?
Yep.
This cat is out of his mind, let alone to list it at this price. It first of all, it has zero chance of appraising out. I'm not even talking it's going to miss by $10,000. I'm talking it's going to miss by $100,000.
Wow.
It's literally, it's almost like like a prefabbed drop a trailer on top of a basement house.
Hey, Alex, let me play devil's advocate, okay?
All right.
What does that guy have to lose by listing at $100,000 over what's going to
Absolutely nothing, but
Okay.
it's wasting people's time.
Well, maybe time and money. Maybe he does have time and money wasted.
Maybe he's got all the time and money that he wants.
I have buyers right now that are willing to wait through spring to get a higher dollar amount, and the builders obviously have money into it. Some people own the home outright, well, they really don't care. They've got taxes to worry about.
Well, that's a whole different show when you talk about builders carrying costs and the interest that they're paying and how much they have on, how many houses they're building on a monthly basis, what their costs are. But that's the truth of the matter is that it's a free market enterprise, free market system, and somebody
can do whatever you want.
And if somebody's going to put their house up for sale, and they think they can command over and above what the market value is, I guess you got to do it.
This
right?
little crazy conversation we're having about overpriced homes and stuff. Again, some of these houses have sold overpriced over the last 3 or 4 months. It's actually helped some families get better values now that the appraisers are going out there. Right now, you've got that. Let's just say the house in downtown Birmingham. Now maybe your house is worth a little bit more than when you appraised it back in 11 or 2010.
But how crazy is it now that we're talking at the end of 2013 about houses being overpriced compared to just 2 years ago, at the end of 2011, all right, going into 2012, when we knew it was going to get better, that people were down approximately 20 to 40% from where they are now.
Yeah,
I mean, closer to 40.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Some people will say 50. But.
Those were the deals were back then. And remember the summer when we were talking about competition and 3 and 4 offers on one property.
Right.
That dropped off in September.
Okay, so here we are. We're sitting right here at the end of 2013. For the last 4 to 5 weeks, rates have been pretty stable. They're still in the 4.25 range, and that we call it the mid 1960s range, 64 to 66, range, and we still have a lot of activity. So, I don't know, going into 2014, it's looking pretty good.
We're thinking the housing market's going to be just unbelievable this spring. I'm counting on it. I hope a lot of families out there,
You got to think, too, man. Like, of course everyone wants a deal on a house. Nobody wants to overpay for anything. I'm with you, man. But, like, on the other side of that, it's not buying a home. You're going to live there, man. You're going to raise your family there. You're going to, you're going to have your in-laws over and your parents over for Thanksgiving and Christmas or Hanukkah or, whatever. You're not allocating. It's not a 401k. You're not looking at something, with like a 6-month thing. You're not buying a stock here you're trying to make any money on. You got to think of what you're going to do for your family. It's a long-term thing, man. I mean, and as much as I hate to say, it's like a cheesy realtor. It's all about location. It's like you said, Glenn. It's quality of life, man. Where do you want to be?
Hey, if you want to live there, right? We see a lot of these builders building gorgeous homes on those tiny lots. A lot of that stuff's going on again. And again, if you want to be downtown in certain areas, whether it be downtown Plymouth, Birmingham, wherever it might be, definitely you might want to overpay. You're not going anywhere. You're willing to come out $40,000, $50,000 and overpay for the house. Anyhow, that housing survey was conducted about. They used 1,000 homeowners and renters. They asked them about 100 questions. I've never been asked any of these questions. And basically,
what are they? Let's ask you right now.
Well, the questions are about the economy, household finance, overall consumer confidence. And at the end of the day, of course, people are a little unsure here with a lot going on in the government. Things are working their way out, although the conversation about debt ceiling is going to come up over the next 3 months. Folks, now is a great time. Again, unemployment figures came up. It looked like they created, I don't know, Alex, I don't believe in all this stuff, 200,000 new jobs. Well, yeah, they're called seasonal jobs, folks. We're 2 months away from the Christmas time. Shopping season's kicking in. So, again, things get skewed just because of these numbers.
See, this is what's funny about the housing market and real estate and the economy and all that. I'm on CNN.com right now, just screwing around, and the unemployment figure comes out, and there's an article on that. There's the comments below. People can talk about this and that. There are 7 comments on the unemployment figure that came out better than expected. When you go to the incognito, what's his name, Martin?
Yeah, how many
Bowling,
comments?
1,545.
Unbelievable.
So, as a whole, society is more concerned about 2 grown-ass men bullying each other than the economics and the sustainability of the economy.
248-539-9797. We might have had the kill button on that a little bit. I don't know.
Sorry. I apologize. Hclans at LordOnline.com.
That's right.
Just call them out.
It's such an overused word. I don't want to get into that B word.
Delinquencies and foreclosures back to early recession levels, according to the MBA, the Mortgage Bankers Association. Loans in the process of foreclosure. A lot of those are still going to foreclose. Mortgage delinquencies are a result of local economic conditions, not the cause of them. And clearly, local home price bubbles caused a lot of these. Alex, we used to talk and joke about it, but not a little bit more seriously. All this cash out refinance. Sure, people are underwater. They heard their house was worth another $100,000. They pulled the money out. They consolidated their debt. Alex, like you said, they bought their new Wave Runner. They bought a new boat. Then, of course, they bailed on the house when they realized that the house isn't worth what they thought it was. So craziness still out there in the world of foreclosures, but things have slowed down. Everything's starting to work its way back where hopefully there's no these crazy ups and downs. Those crazy swings are no good for any market.
What people have to realize, they have to live somewhere. So what are their options? Either rent or buy. If you're in a position to buy, rental rates are through the roof right now. Guarantee if you find the same house, a similar house that you can rent or you can buy, you're going to be overpaying by renting than if you actually purchase. With all the benefits of purchasing, your payments will be a lot less than if you're renting because the rental market's through the roof. So
well, fundamentally, that's always been true, and you're never going to hit the bottom of any market, and chances are it's more to the middle to the top when you get in, but rental rates are pretty high right now. If you can go ahead and get the same price on a monthly basis as you can for a house and an apartment, you should buy.
All right, when we come back, we're going to get you into a house. If you want to become a homeowner, be sure to listen in. 248-539-9797.
Michigan winters, they're not your vehicle's best friend. But Valvoline Instant Oil Change has experts who are, with a passion to keep your car, truck, or SUV running smoothly all winter long. That's what friends are for at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, online at VIOC.com.
Hi, Harry Glanz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Capital Mortgage Funding is a proud division of United Shore Financial Services, NMLS number 3038, Equal Housing Lender. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE.
Nothing tickles my fancy like beating the pants off the competition's deals.
In this corner, wearing the bright orange blazer and determined mustache, it's the pride of ABC Warehouse, the founder from Downriver, Gordy.
I like to think of the competition as frozen slabs of beef, and I'm a raging bull.
I love it when you mix your boxing movie metaphors.
I float like a price gun, sting like a markdown sticker.
He's a punch-drunk poet, and he's the only one who knows it.
I guess you could say I'm the undisputed heavyweight champ of deals.
Just call him Sugar Ray Gordy.
Actually, I prefer sweet and low Gordy.
Because on state-of-the-art electronics and appliances, his deals are sweet and his prices are low.
And I look great in pink.
TMI, Gordo. TMI.
ABC Warehouse beats all HDTV and appliance deals guaranteed. This week, get a higher 50-inch LED 1080p HDTV for only $3.99 or less. And get a Maytag high-efficiency top-loading washer or dryer with IntelliDry, just $3.97 each. ABC Warehouse, the closest thing to wholesale.
So you're telling me you really don't know how to play poker?
Nope.
You've never heard of a full house?
Sure, when my in-laws come over.
No. How about two pairs?
No, thanks. I like apples better.
Ever drawn three of a kind?
Drawn? No, I'm not very artistic.
You know what? The Michigan Lottery has the perfect game for you.
Really?
Yep. New Poker Lotto, the game that combines the sudden excitement of winning instantly and the big nightly jackpots of a lotto drawing. And best of all, you don't have to know anything about poker to play.
Good, because when it comes to poker, I don't know jack or king or queen.
No problem. Here's the deal. Get a ticket at a participating retailer and watch your poker cards being dealt right on the in-store lottery monitor. There are 13 ways to win. You could win up to $5,000 instantly.
Cool.
And then take that same ticket home, and it becomes a lotto ticket. Good for the Poker Lotto nightly drawing, where you could win up to $100,000.
2 chances to win?
Yeah.
Deal me in.
Be glad to.
Wow. Who knew? I'm a poker player.
A Poker Lotto player.
Right?
New Poker Lotto from the Michigan Lottery. It's 2 great games in every hand.
Yeah.
I'm Jeff Van Tile, president of Michigan's own King Coil Mattress Factory. King Coil is the fastest growing mattress brand in the Midwest and one of the biggest brands in Michigan. So when you buy a King Coil mattress, you're supporting our Michigan workers and our Michigan economy. And now to get ready for our new 2014 model, I've authorized a factory direct clearance event at only one place, Art Van Pure Sleep, because they're Michigan's #1 mattress retailer. So when you come into Art Van Pure Sleep this weekend, you'll buy Michigan's best mattresses at factory direct pricing. Our most popular Supportopedic Pillow Top Queen Set, just $3.99. Or choose any size mattress. Factory direct is just $99 each piece. And try our latest sleep technology, the iMattress, 60% off plus a free 42-inch HD TV. King Coil is proud to team up with Art Van Pure Sleep to bring these savings to our friends all across Michigan. All exclusively at Art Van Pure Sleep. Visit artvan.com for one of 80 locations near you.
See store for details.
Well, your heart looks good. Cholesterol levels are fine. So tell me again what's happening.
Well, doctor, once a week I get totally lightheaded. The whole room starts to spin. My heart starts pounding like crazy. And sometimes my toes go numb.
Really? And where are you when this happens?
The checkout line at Kohl's.
I think we've discovered the cause.
Don't miss Kohl's 50% off 2-day sale this Tuesday and Wednesday. Great savings that make you go Kohl's. Kohl's. Expect great things.
24-Second Bar and Grill in Berkeley's the place to be for everything sports. Be sure to check out all the great beer specials during your favorite team's games, along with great knockout food specials all day, every day. 24 Seconds in Berkeley. 24secondsbar.com.
Sunday, one of 5 men killed the Mentalist family. For the first time, they'll be in one room together.
I've waited 10 years for this moment.
New Mentalist, CBS Sunday. Lions,
Bears. Kickoff is tomorrow at 1 on Lions Radio.
97.1 The Ticket.
Welcome back to the show. We broadcast till 10 o'clock. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. You can also shoot us an email, mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com. We answer all emails, and again, we got professionals in the office to help you. If you're interested in getting a mortgage and you need questions answered now, be sure to give us a call. Our first caller this morning, got Leonard out there in Oak Park. Good morning, Leonard. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how you doing?
Good morning, Leonard.
Yes, I had called last week. I'm a veteran. I'm trying to get a veteran loan.
Okay.
For home.
Is this your first house?
Return call or anything.
I'm sorry?
I didn't get a return call last week.
We call her Leonard. I would get a call back on either right after the show or on Monday. So you're trying to buy your first house, or what's the scoop?
I'm a first time home buyer.
Okay. Do you have your DD 214?
I got my DD 214, and I got my.
And your credit's good and everything?
Yes.
Yeah, it's an easy deal, man. It's a great program. It's zero down. There's no PMI. It's a it's a great deal. Do you have a house picked out yet?
No, I haven't picked out a house. I was waiting for someone to get in contact with me.
Leonard, I'm going to call you after to get you started here.
I'm going to call you after the show. I'll get you pre-approved right after the show. Give me like 45 minutes. I'll call you then. Is that cool?
Sure.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
All right. Very good. Okay. You always check those answering machines. Sometimes we got cell phones. And again, if you call, always, we're here to help you. 1-800-LOW-RATE. We're in the office all day long. Trust me, I was in the office all week long waiting for Leonard's call.
Hey, so last week, you remember that the guy that called back that Alex got a little crazy on? I said,
oh, yeah.
hglance@lowrateonline.com.
Did you get that email?
I got one praising Alex, saying, Alex, I'm glad you didn't let the guy off the hook. Shame on him for walking away for a house, trying to buy another house and putting it on his neighbors and all that kind of stuff. So just want to let everybody know I do get those emails. We do answer them.
We get them both ways, good and bad.
Absolutely.
They're usually good.
Hey, let's go out to Dearborn. I'm not sure how to say your name. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Yes.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good. How are you, sir?
I'm doing just fine. I have no questions. I just want to let the listeners know that I totally agree with you guys. I own property in Wayne County, and the prices are just going up. They're increasing, and it's just a good feel. Feels good to be in Detroit, knowing the fact that the house market is increasing, and I just want the listeners to understand that, if you're trying to buy a house, maybe around this time is the best time to buy a house.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's like I've been telling people for years. You got to grind through it, man. We're a working class city. We're a hardworking town, and you grind through the hard times. And when it comes back around, you can reap the benefits.
Exactly.
That's awesome, man.
Thanks for the call, man. Thank you.
That's
the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau.
That's a great call.
Hey, some people like me.
That's a
some
great
people
call.
don't, but
A lot of changes going on in the mortgage industry. The CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, reminds us lenders that on January 10th, lenders should be providing a list of homeownership counseling. Well, if you need counseling on a home, that's exactly what we do. And I don't even know who you would speak to there. I mean, that would be scary. Who would actually be a better home counselor than licensed mortgage and real estate professionals? I have no idea, but it would probably be a great start if you want to become a homeowner to call us.
The ironic thing that's going on in January of 2014 with this CFPB, these changes, they're not really changes for us.
Not at all.
They're changes for people who weren't abiding by just common sense and practicality. Setting people up to succeed, counseling them, advising them on payments, programs, what's best for them rather than the institution that they represent. All right, it's about making sure that the buyer and the client, Dan, can make that payment. All right, it's not getting them into that home; it's sustaining their livelihood and their need to be in that house. You need to make that payment on time, and you need to set your clients up for success. If you're a realtor, if you're a mortgage guy, in any walk of life, you should set your client up for success.
Yeah, Alex says this all the time. We'll approve you for a certain number, but you have to decide if that number is going to work with your lifestyle. You know?
Yeah.
And it's great advice because some people want to get the maximum they can get, and then they get in trouble because they go out, every night for dinner, and they go on vacations and buy jet skis and so forth.
Sure.
So
Consumers definitely need and deserve the best guidance out there in making decisions to purchase a house. Again, that's why you want to call 1-800-LOW-RATE Capital Mortgage. Give us a call here on the show, 248-539-9797. Go to Larry out there in Warren. Good morning, Larry. You're live on the ticket.
Good morning. How you guys doing today?
Morning, Larry.
What's up, man?
Good. I always see you guys rambling about all the shirt and ties and all the big house and all that good stuff. I'm down here in Warren. Got a house I owe $80,000 on. It's averaging maybe it might can sell for 36, maybe 40. I think that how that works out and at 100% whatever. We got lucky and got a what do you say home
a HARP loan.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was that. What they did in about 4 years ago was on Christmas Day they bumped my loan from a 30 to a 40, dropped it to 4%. At the end of 2014, it goes to 6 or 6.5%. And right now, house payments are made. They're on time. I got to live in a house. I got to have a roof over my head. I'm not walking away from the deal. All that kind of stuff. You hear all that.
Sure.
I'm just a little rat guy out here surviving. You won't like that one. I'm not working, but you know what? My house payments are made every daggone day, every month on time, and the whole shot. And my world's called eat or be eaten, and I'm going to eat. I'm not going to be eaten.
There's a grinder. He's a grinder.
So,
I want to hire him to do a commercial.
Bank of America called me up and they said, well, here, we're going to put you on this program. Yeah, right. So they told me, don't make my house payment for the next 6 months.
Did you do that or no?
6 months, we'll look you back up and we'll check you out. I'm like, well, wait a minute. You're not helping me out. As far as I'm concerned, I'm just a government statistic for you to make you look good.
Larry, so you're trying to get off the 40-year loan and get something fixed, or what are you looking to do, man?
2 or 3 times a month, Miss Krupp. You live in a house? Yep, I'm there. Still not working, but man, my house payments are made.
That's awesome.
All right, Larry.
Good work, man. Way to grind through it, buddy. I appreciate
Larry.
it.
Thanks for the call. We're going to continue. No, hey, let me just find this out. He needs to find out what his house is worth. And again, if he did a modification, he might be able to refinance in the future. He's got to get back to work.
A lot of times modifications, they're temporary fixes. I mean, it's like you said, you go to a 40-year amortization at 4%. If it's going to bump to 6.5%, I mean, that's not a great way to go, man. I mean,
but where do you think the balance went when they took him from a 30-year AM to a 40-year AM?
Onto the back end.
Onto the back end,
yeah,
exactly.
Man. I mean, you have to read all that stuff, man.
Right, let's continue some calls here. We'll go out to Mike in Mount Clemens. Good morning, Mike. You're live on the ticket.
Hi, guys. The question I had is a few years back, I lost a house foreclosure. I was the person who pulled the loan, although my wife was on the deed of the house. She has now graduated from college, is in a great position. Now it's been pre-approved for a mortgage. The question would be, as we go through this process, what type of information about me will they require, if any? Will I be drawn into this process at all, being married to her, or...
Well, you can't be anywhere near you can't be anywhere near that loan. You could definitely have an issue if she was on the deed to a foreclosure. When that lender runs what's called a loan safe, it's going to show up that there was a foreclosure and she was on the deed.
When was that sheriff's deed? When was the foreclosure? The date of that?
It was roughly 2009 or 10.
I think you're going to be okay then.
Okay,
yeah, because she was on that too.
So
you're going to be okay.
You're far enough out that it's going to be okay, but you got to be real careful with that because if she was on the deed, it's not going to show up on her credit report. It's going to show up halfway through the purchase transaction when it goes to underwriting and they pull their what's called, like I said, the loan safe. So I mean, she should be okay. It's far enough out. But to answer your question, if foreclosure were last year, yeah, it would be an issue.
Yeah, but she's
3
years out.
Far enough out that you're okay.
Yep. Definitely an FHA mortgage, 3.5% down. That's available for you, Mike. We're going to follow up and get you an approval letter also, and hopefully some additional information. If you're looking to purchase a house, A to Z, that's what we offer you. Home counseling, more and better than that. We can teach you all about the numbers, how much it costs to get into the house. How much money do you need to get in, and where's that money coming from? We can teach you. We can coach you. Now's a great time because we know that spring's going to be a very busy home buying season. You must get your ducks in a row now. Look, if you're not going to buy now, if you're waiting till the holidays are over, we've heard that a few times, Harry, definitely now is a chance to run your credit, make sure the credit's all intact, and then also get your funds together. If you're going to be receiving gift money and you have lower credit scores, you can put that money aside now into savings, and then it'll be documented funds down the road. So there's a lot of good things you can do ahead of the game. Let's go out to Rich in Livonia. Good morning, Rich. You're live on the ticket.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. You guys were talking about comps, pricing your house right. Well, what happens is that there's houses that are junk houses, that might be 3-bedroom, 2-bath, or whatever. And, they're using these comps against your house, which is in good shape. And the real estate wants you to, and the appraisers want you to bring your house down to match that comp, and not looking at all about that house. And, just bring your house price down because those comps are, they sold it for that. And, your house should be less money.
Those homes are naturally going to bring them down. What a good realtor is going to do is take into account the updating you have. But you should be comparing apples to apples. Homes with basements, garages, similar square footage. But you're 100% correct. Foreclosures took a toll on a lot of neighborhoods. So did short sales. But I can't believe when your realtor came out. Do you have your home currently on the market?
I do. I have 2 houses on the market.
Did when they were doing the comps for you, did they take into account those updates? And I don't know if you have granite or updated kitchens or baths or that kind of thing.
Well, right. I have my houses are updated. I got one in Livonia and one in Whitmore Lake, and I have all the updates. And I say that I show them and there's pictures and all that. But they use the comps of houses in the area, and I've been in some of those houses, and they're just not even close.
Yeah, Rich, hang on. We'll come back to you after the break because I've got something to say about that.
All right, 248-539-9797. We'll be right back.
I wear slippers. I think they're comfortable. And because they slip on so quickly, they're slippers, I can get to McDonald's to enjoy the dollar menu at breakfast. I can get a cup of freshly brewed premium roast coffee, a savory sausage burrito, maybe a sausage McMuffin, who knows? 2 things for sure, though. I can count on getting them for just $1. And I'll be wearing slippers.
Every day, as always, there's a lot to love for a little on McDonald's dollar menu at participating McDonald's.
Gina, you've been calling everyone in the office pumpkin and tried to convince us to refer to Monday as Cinnamon Day. You clearly have McCafe's new pumpkin spice latte on the brain.
Don't be ridiculous, Pumpkin Kimberly.
Infused with the sense of the season, you can't help but fall for McCafe's new pumpkin spice latte.
Well, I'll see your latte then, because McCafe is calling my name.
It's another new way to love McCafe. For a limited time only at participating McDonald's.
In today's economy, you hear a lot about investing, but it's not always about stocks and bonds. Even the little things you do today can save you money tomorrow, like investing in your water softener. That's where Morton comes in. You see, Morton System Saver 2 water softening pellets help prevent scale buildup in dishwashers, faucets, pipes, and water heaters. And the patented formula cleans your water softener as it works. With continuous use, Morton System Saver 2 can extend the life of your expensive water softener. So Morton saves you time and money on repairs and replacements. It's a great way to save your hard-earned money. Sounds like a good investment, right? Morton System Saver 2. It's America's #1 brand of water softening salt for a reason. Visit mortonsalt.com for more details and to find a retailer near you.
Extending water softener life based on external laboratory testing of continuous use of System Saver 2 versus plain salt over the life of the softener using hard water with an average clear water iron content of 1.1 parts per million.
He's a Frenchman, but he's created some of the most powerful marketing campaigns in U.S. automotive history. And he's one of the few people who have earned the title of Grand Brand Genius.
What's your marketing philosophy? Don't act big. Think big.
On the new edition of CBS Marketing Masters, meet the man behind 5 of the world's biggest automotive brands: Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, and Fiat. He's Olivier Francois, the Chief Marketing Officer of Chrysler Group, LLC.
You've used some pretty edgy celebrities and done some pretty edgy work, like this print ad for Fiat.
It's human bodies forming the shape of a car. It's great, but it's kind of weird.
Find out his secrets to marketing. Watch the video at cbsmarketingmasters.com. That's cbsmarketingmasters.com.
Are you living the American dream?
Chrysler makes me live the American dream.
Every night, watch the #1 comedy in America, Modern Family.
Will do.
Gather with the family for fun.
You had a 3-hour nap on Sunday.
I was tired.
From what? Your 2-hour nap on Saturday?
Hang with the family for laughs.
Luke, I am your father.
That's what I said when you were coming out of your mom's lady part.
And make every night a family night.
We need a plan. Could you be more dramatic?
We need a plan.
Modern Family Nightly. Watch Modern Family weeknights at 7:30 and 10:30 on CW50.
Shop Menards for great deals on everything to get your home ready for the holidays. Now during our big sale, save big on home safety products by Kidde. All stock carbon monoxide alarms by Kidde are on sale. Choose from a great selection to protect your home and family. Save $5 on a 2-pack of carbon monoxide alarms by Kidde on sale for just $24.88. Check out the great deals now during Menards Big Sale.
Save big money at Menards.
Tune in this Sunday as the Lions head to Chicago to take on the Bears. Game time 1 p.m. Presented by Ford, the official automotive company of the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Adam, the American Divorce Association for Men at the Big House today, 3:30 p.m. they kick off. Michigan against Nebraska, both teams 6-2. Lions on the road at Chicago tomorrow, 1 p.m. right here at 97.1 The Ticket. Last night at the Palace, Pistons fall to the Thunder, 119-110. Kevin Durant, 37 points for the Thunder. Josh Smith led Detroit with 25, but little defense prevailed. Wings home tonight against the Lightning, 7 p.m. They'll drop the puck at the Joe. 640 a broadcast right here at 97.1 The Ticket. College basketball, both Michigan and Michigan State win their openers. The Wolverines 69-42 over UMass Lowell. The Spartans 98-56 over McNeese State. Number 12 North Carolina topping Oakland U 84-61. From the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios, I'm Jeff Lesson on 97.1 The Ticket.
We are Detroit Sports. 97.1 The Ticket.
Welcome back to the show till 10 o'clock. You got to tune to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. That's right. If you want to be refinanced and save money, call us now. How about that approval letter in hand? Just give us a ring at 1-800-569-7283. We always take your calls here live in the studio. 248-539-9797.
Yeah,
I go to Rich. I like it.
I want to go back to Rich.
Rich, what's up? You're
Are
back
you still
on,
there,
man.
Rich?
Rich, what's up? You there? Okay.
All right, so here's the deal. Sorry we had to go to break, but that's what happens around here. But anyways, what happens is that in your situation, when you're in an area that has home foreclosures, and Dan Dubinsky and the guys here, we can tell you this, that, we don't agree with them, with appraisers and values coming in using houses that went to short sale or foreclosure or that just aren't in the general condition that your house is in. But here's the problem. That could show what's going on in the neighborhood and how the neighborhood's trending. I'm not saying I agree with it, but you're going to find those lower values have to be put on an appraisal because they're in very close proximity to your existing home. Your home has nothing to do with those homes. I get it. It's nicer. It's better. It's updated. It could be bigger. It could be smaller. But what an appraisal has to show is the market value of that home in that specific neighborhood, unfortunately.
That's how it works. 248-539-9797. Rich, I thought you were going to comment on it.
I had nothing.
All right, no big deal. We'll get back to it.
Really, if your house is worth what the ones around it are selling for. It sucks. I don't agree with it.
It's bad. If you have in my neighborhood, if my house is in the middle of two houses that have just gone to short sale or foreclosure and they sold for $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 less, there is no way my house can appraise for a lot higher. It just can't.
The home is
tough,
and I don't agree with it.
I
don't agree with it. But that's what people. That's what it does to a neighborhood when people walk away from houses.
And this is why
Alex gets
so upset. Where Rich is saying, I make my payments on time. I work on I redid the kitchen and I did this and this and this.
Yep.
And the goofball next door walked away because
that's why that Larry you called earlier. His neighbor should commend him. I think it was his name, Larry.
Yeah, Larry.
His neighbor should commend him that he did not foreclose.
That's why
he stuck with it.
Well, definitely buying a home is a very momentous occasion, full of joy and achievement. Also, the most significant financial investment you're going to do it right. Call Capital Mortgage, get professional help, useful tips. How about doing things the right way? We still see a lot of phone calls coming in where people are not really going about it the right way. We're seeing documentation that's sloppy, and they're causing more stress than it has to be. Make it fun. Buy a house. Call Capital Mortgage. We'll show you how to do it the right way. You're struggling out there. You're getting wrong answers everywhere. How about some useful tips for a change?
Well, you can't buy a house house without a down payment, okay, unless you're going VA. But let's get to that down payment. You have to show us where that down payment money's coming from. Now, effective November 15th, there has to be 60 days of documentation for your assets. That's 2 full months of assets. We need to show where that money's coming from.
I didn't know we didn't need 60. I've been getting 60 days for 13 years.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. These new rules aren't really new rules for us. You need 2 months of bank statements, full bank statements, every single page, documenting where that money's coming from. And that's 90% of the problems in the mortgage banking business stem from verifying where money is going, coming to, from, wherever.
Again, FHA, VA, conventional loans, 5% down, no PMI options. You got to give us a phone call. Let me try Walt out there. Good morning, Walt, out in Port Huron. What's going on?
Good morning.
Walt, what's up, brother?
I was just wondering, I'm 52 years old now, and I own a piece of property with a house on it out in Goodles. It's a small town by Port Huron.
Yeah.
And I'm buying a house in the city of Port Huron. It's a very nice neighborhood. It's a very nice house. But I owe like $180 on it. And I was wondering what my best move would be. Now, we're doubling up the payments right now on the house that we owe on. And I'm trying to maximize my retirement. And I wonder if it would be wise to hang on to the property, both properties, or like sell one and pay off my mortgage, or, because, well, I like both properties. I go out to the farm a lot, and, the wife likes the big house in the city. So
sure, I understand. I'm married to him.
That's where we're
I
at.
know how it goes, man.
Walt, and we also rent out the house out in the country there.
Well, it's one of those things where I'd like to see the whole situation. Look at your income, look at your assets. Look at both properties, see the mortgage balances and what they're worth, and it makes some decisions from there. It's something that I can't really tell you what to do without seeing the whole picture. It sounds like you're in a pretty good spot, though, man. I mean, you're doubling up on the payments. You got the place in the city, the place out in the country. I mean, that's a good thing, man.
I need an Uncle Walt. I need definitely an Uncle Walt here.
Yes, we've been very fortunate. We've been able to hang on our jobs during our tough times, and hang on to everything. So we've been pretty fortunate.
Yeah, if it's financially feasible for you to hang on to those properties, sounds like you have good cash flow on the rental property, and your wife likes the one, you want to go with the other. If it's manageable and it's not going to cut into your quality of life, I say you got to put everything on paper and you have to weigh it out and take a look at it. It could be feasible that you keep everything and keep on going. And, you sound like a young, energetic guy. 52 is not old by any stretch of the imagination. You got a lot of time left, and you sound great to me, my man.
Thanks for the call, Walt.
Thanks, Walt.
We'll call you to see if maybe we can drop the terms on those loans. Again, if you're already doubling up on payments, we see so many families taking advantage of dropping the term down to a 15 or a 10-year fixed. It just saves them maybe knock 4 or 5 years off the loan. What a great way to go. Again, credit's very important. We want to talk about that a little bit. If you had a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, typically it's a 2-year waiting period from the discharge date. We actually got a call on that, so we'll go to the caller, and I think it's caller Ed. Good morning, Ed. Oh, I'm sorry, you got that?
Yep, you're good.
Ed out in Livonia. Good morning, Ed. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey, what's up,
morning,
man?
Ed.
Listen, I just had 2 quick questions. My wife and I, we had to file bankruptcy because we both lost our jobs, particularly around the same time. And we had a large medical bill because she was severely sick and stuff. But we're good now and everything, and, we're still in the bankruptcy. We're in Chapter 13. I had 2 questions. One, I hear a lot of stuff on the Internet, research a lot of places where they say you can possibly purchase a home while you're in a bankruptcy. I didn't really believe that, but I wanted to double-check with you guys. And then 2, what can I do when I'm almost, we're not too long before we're going to be out of the bankruptcy, and I just want to know what can I do to set myself up. We can set ourselves up for home buying once we're out of the bankruptcy.
I don't know of a program where you can buy a house in a bankruptcy. It's Chapter 13, you said?
Yes.
I would start reestablishing credit right now. I would try to find 3 new lines of credit, so call it a DTE bill, a car payment, and a credit card, and get 12 months history on each one. So 12 months clean history on 3 lines of credit. And I think it'll be good to go.
And that's the key.
You guys, is there any particular way of, because I know I tried with my credit union and stuff, and they didn't approve me. So is there other routes I can go?
Not really, man. I mean, you hit a rough patch, and obviously, you sound like a good dude, and you deserve a house again. You just have to kind of wait and bide your time and get back into it, man. Reestablish some credit and go from there.
We like those secured credit cards. We're going to follow up with you. We'll probably have to run your credit and see what's looking like. And again, maybe some things aren't being paid on time. And you're going to keep those credit cards open. It's a great call. We'll follow up with you. Definitely got to run your credit report. Man. Thanks for the call. Again, there's so many things that pop up on credit reports, good and bad. A lot of times it's just very important for us to run it and find out how things are being reported, and then we can make some good decisions and help you out. All right, let's continue the calls. Why not? Let's go to, how about Kim out there? Hey, Kim out there in Fowlerville. What's going on?
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I just have a quick question real quick. I currently own 2 properties. I bought a house about 7 years ago on my own, young and stupid, and then purchased another house with my husband a year ago. I tried to refinance the first property about 2 years ago, and I was told I wasn't qualified. Now, a year after owning the new house, they have contacted me and told me that I'm eligible for refi. Okay. So went through all the paperwork, ran my credit, did my income. Everything looked good. But now they're telling me that to be able to afford to pay at closing, they were going to tack on like $7,000 onto the first mortgage. It's an 80-20.
Right.
And I'm just wondering, like, we're currently making a payment. It changes the payment, I think, by $20. Now now I'm going to be all confused.
You're going to spend $7,000 to save $20 a month?
Yeah, but this is the thing. This is the catch. When I did the mortgage back in, I think it was 2006, it was a new build, small ranch, and the loan officer basically I did an 80-20.
Kim, time out. I got to take a break quick. Will you hold on for me? Just hold on.
Yeah, I can hold on.
I'll be right back. Hang on a second.
Stay on the line again.
Okay.
We'll be right back. We're up against a break, but we want all your calls. 248-539-9797.
Detroit Metro Airport. McNamara Garage daily parking is only $20 per day. The Big Blue Deck serving North Terminal, daily parking just $10 per day. You deserve it.
We're saving a spot for you. Saving a spot for you.
Some holiday advice from the Lincoln Motor Company. A letter writing campaign to the North Pole may work. Running from mall to mall and telling Santa what you want can't hurt either. Leaving milk and cookies beside the fireplace? A given. But if you truly want to increase your odds of getting the luxury vehicle you want, simply ask the right questions. Like between the Lincoln MKX and the Lexus RX 350, who gives you a more powerful engine with 305 horsepower? The Lincoln MKX. Who gives you standard heated and cooled front seats? The Lincoln MKX. So if you're looking to wake up to a new luxury vehicle in the garage, it can happen. Because now really is the time of year when wishes come true.
The Lincoln Wish List sales event is on. Right now, sign and drive off with an exceptional offer on the 2013 Lincoln MKX.
This is Andre Drummond, Detroit basketball player. Coming from Connecticut, I wanted to find a good eye doctor. I found one of the best, Dr. Combati, at the Lake Laser Eye Center. Dr. Combati specializes in surgery and diseases of the eye. So whether it's LASIK, droopy eyelids, or glaucoma, he has one of the highest success rates in the state. He can help you see better with state-of-the-art technology. My eyes are just as important to Dr. Combati as they are to me. I recommended him to my mom, and I highly recommend him to you. Dr. Combati and the Lake Laser Eye Center are #1 in eye care. Lake Laser Eye Center, where you will see and believe.
Dr. Combati and the Lake Laser Eye Center, with 2 locations in Clinton Township and Novi. Lake Laser Eye Center, where you will see and believe. Call 877-UC-MORE. That's 877, the letters USEEMORE. Or go to UCMore.com. Call 877-UC-MORE. Or go to UCMore.com.
Looking for affordable health insurance? Call me, Mike Prepper of National Benefit Plans at 877-734-2200. For over 20 years, National Benefit Plans has provided Metro Detroiters just like you with truly affordable health insurance. Your health insurance plan can include dental, vision, prescription, your choice of doctors, life insurance, whatever you need. Call 877-734-2200 or on the web at nbphealth.com. And remember, National Benefit Plans would like to be your health and life insurance agency for a lifetime.
When you're at the corner of living bank free and making bank, you need to secure your cash. So Walgreens created the New Balance Financial Prepaid MasterCard. Load it with cash at Walgreens or Dwayne Reed stores and use it wherever debit MasterCard is accepted, even online. We'll replace any funds if it's lost, stolen, or destroyed by a washing machine. Walgreens, at the corner of happy and healthy.
This card is issued by the Bancorp Bank, member FDIC, pursuant to license by MasterCard International Incorporated. Fees and restrictions apply. See store for details.
Imagine an intense adrenaline rush. You slip undetected behind the enemy, secure flight lines, and valuable munitions. Call in enemy airstrikes, rescue a downed pilot, or save victims of a national disaster. You are part of an elite team and among the most highly trained in the U.S. Armed Forces. You're an Air Force Special Operations Airman, and it's not science fiction. It's what we do every day. Push yourself to the limit. Log on to airforce.com.
Tonight, meet the 97.1 The Ticket Street Team and the Ticket Chicks at Joe Louis Arena on the concourse by the Gordie Howe statue. They'll be there from 6 until the Red Wings take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. For Red Wings tickets, call 313-471-7575 or go to DetroitRedWings.com. Anytime is a good time to save a life. Donate $10 to 97.1 The Ticket's Student Heart Check program today. Find out how at 971theticket.com.
Talking sports, loud and clear. 24/7. 97.1.
Welcome back to the show. We're in our last segment. We'd love to hear from you. 248-539-9797. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Harvey Freed, Alex Nafusi, and Harry Glanz with Capital Mortgage. We bring in Dan Dubinsky from downtown Royal Oak. Skyward Realty, a great real estate office, pretty cool location, and a lot of fun to buy a house. We really want to sort of stress that this morning, that it is fun and it's exciting, and having that education and some useful tips when you're buying a house makes the whole process fun and easy. It's not shopping around, Alex. You so often say it. It's not shopping around for what you think is an eighth lower in interest rate. Then you find out that the company didn't even offer you some choices on the PMI and the private mortgage insurance. Deal with Capital Mortgage, folks. I've been there for over 20 years. It's a great place. You're going to save a ton of money. We've got all these great new programs that will save you money if you're looking to go minimal down. Let's continue some phone calls here. We've got Tom out there in White Lake. Good morning, Tom. You're live on the ticket.
Yes, I had a question about what it means when the realtor says owner participation. I was looking for a house, and she said maybe lower the price with owner participation, but I didn't know what that meant.
Owner participation.
Seller concessions. Yeah.
I mean, the sellers are going to pay your closing costs in an escrow account set up?
Is that it? They would pay my closing costs?
Yes, it means they're motivated to sell the place and that you could get some kind of concession on your transaction.
Okay, instead of lowering the price, they would...
Yeah, Tom, so here's the scoop, dude. You can basically, what sellers' concessions are, and I'm assuming that owner participation is what she's referring to, means the sellers are going to pay your closing costs and prepaids. So prepaids are your taxes, insurance, et cetera.
Oh,
so it's a good thing. Yeah, it's motivated seller.
Rather than just lowering the price of the house.
Are you looking to buy a house? Go ahead, Dan. What do you?
Yeah, I've been looking on and off, but not yet. I'm just,
just kicking tires.
Waiting for the market.
Yeah, waiting for the market to come back down?
No, for my house to go up so I can buy more.
There you go. You know, at the end of the day, people get really confused on sellers' concessions. What we tell them essentially is you're just giving back a little bit of money to make it easier for this purchaser to buy the home. At the end of the day, when I have a purchase agreement in front of me and it says $100,000, I say don't look at the number. You're getting $97,500. Right. That's what you're getting. Don't confuse yourself. That's what the offer is. You're just giving them back $2,500. So, it does confuse a lot of people. All this simple subtraction.
And basically, like you guys said, it's just an easy thing where the sellers are motivated and you can work out the transaction transaction, the numbers as you move
It makes
forward.
it easier for the buyer, and it's a simple. I always tell the seller what you're going to net at the end of the day. That's what it is. And oh, by the way, you're giving
people should care about. Tom, good news. Values are going up, especially in White Lake. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean that the buyer won't or the seller won't negotiate the price. I mean, you can take some off the purchase price as well.
Right.
Go with your
We've
best
heard
offer.
and seen it, Harry. You know, we get all the stories. Oh, they're not budging. There's a cash backup offer.
It's always a
Folks,
cash backup
stop
offer.
the nonsense.
Right, Dan?
It's real estate 101. Yeah.
Always a cash backup offer.
Wait, time out.
Tell them there's a cash offer.
He just admitted real
That's a
estate
joke,
101.
joke,
There's
joke.
always a backup cash offer.
There always is a.
See what happens when you get Dan in his comfort zone? It's great.
Warren Buffett's lined up to look at this house after your guys. So if he doesn't want to buy it, then I'm going to sell it to Warren.
Look, there is some new information out there, gentlemen. Again, short sales are viewed a little bit more favorably than foreclosures. So again, if you're in a bad situation right now, be sure to call Capital Mortgage. Let us give you the information so you know what ramifications you have. What you do today will change what you do tomorrow. Make sure you know so you're just not going blindly at this. Again, so many families are in bad situations or now improving their situations. They just need to know the facts so they're able to purchase a house down the road. We're going to keep things moving here. We've got, what do we got here? Derek had a $2,000 house.
He's not up yet, dude.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on a second here. Let's go to Kim out there. We've
Go
got
back to Kim.
Kim, you're still there?
All right, Kim, finish
Yes,
the
I'm
story.
there.
All right, thanks for
Kim.
holding on. So what's the story?
So my first house that I purchased 7 years ago, I have an 80-20 interest-only mortgage. It's like a complete mess. I tried to refinance the house. They would not refinance it. We did end up, we had more children. We ended up, me and my husband together were able to buy another house, and we rent out our old property. Well, now the old property, they are telling me that I can refinance. The house is about $60,000 underwater, and basically, for me to be able to afford to refinance the house, they want to tack about $7,000 onto the mortgage.
Right.
So now this house will be, instead of $60,000, it'll be $70,000 underwater. Is it worth it for me to refinance, or should I
How
stick
much
it
are you
out on the
saving?
interest only for the next 4 years and then try to sell it?
Kim, how much are you saving on that? $20 a month, you said?
Well, it's because she has interest
Yeah, it'll be $20, but it would go from an interest only to a 30-year fix. But the only thing is, too, the second mortgage is not part of the refinance.
Right,
It's
so
just the first.
they're subordinating the second mortgage, right?
Yes.
And they're putting the first back onto a regular, fully amortizing 30-year fixed.
Yeah.
It's something that I really want to take a look at. I think you should get off the interest only because it's going to it'll come off interest only in the next 4 years. It's going to revert to a fully amortizing loan.
Yeah.
And there's only going to be 25 years left or 20 years left, so the payment's going to go way up.
Yeah.
Let me call you after the show and look at everything for you. If it's a good deal, I'll tell you to go ahead, give my blessing, have at it. If not, we'll see what we can do for you.
Okay, I actually am going to work. Would it be possible for you to call me on Monday?
I will call you Monday morning, Kim. You got a deal.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Thanks for the call, Kim. Again, it appears that she has a HARP loan. Again, the Home's Affordable Refinance Program, allowing families to refinance their home, subordinate their seconds, even if you're underwater. Call Capital Mortgage. We have people in the office now to help you with that.
Alex is going to check out the cost-benefit analysis, and if she can save some money now and it's worth it over a 3-4 year period of time, he's going to say, yeah, do it. If it's not, he's going to say, hey, we got to come up with something else.
A lot of times, it's not always the monthly payment savings that's getting you a more secured product.
That's right.
All right, what do you qualify for a mortgage? Well, it's going to get a little tougher as we move forward here, so be careful. If you're interested in buying a house, come and see us now. Again, the rules are changing. Moving forward here, the rules are changing. A little bit more money required down. 3% down conventionals are gone. Now families have to revert back to, again, the FHA loans with 3.5% down, or the VA loans, which are just absolutely unbelievable. If you're a veteran, call Capital. We can get you done within 30 days. VA loans are just as simple as any conventional mortgage. If you're eligible, definitely consider using the program. You can go zero down. As you mentioned earlier in the show, Alex, there's only a funding fee. There's no monthly mortgage insurance. Great opportunities for veterans out there to become homeowners. So if you're married to a veteran, just give them a little nudge there and tell them to give us a phone call and we'll get you approved. Let's continue the calls and we'll go to, is Derek up yet?
Dude, he can't go to Derek.
I can't even get him. All right, let's go to Matt out there. Matt from Plymouth. Good morning, Matt. Thanks for joining us.
How you guys doing?
Good. What's up, man?
Good. Hey, bought my first home in Detroit some years ago. Back it was 2003. We were there about 5 years, and ended up having to walk away from the home due to me becoming unemployed. While I was unemployed, I tried to get a modification for that home. I spent all of my pension trying to stay current on it, and once we ran out of money, basically we had to walk away. Since then, since October of 2010, I've been doing a lease to own out in Plymouth. Have all my credit back in order. The only thing that really affected me and made me have to file bankruptcy was walking away from the home. So everything's back in order now. I'm just wondering, when would I be eligible to apply for a mortgage again? I always heard it was 3 years.
When was the bankruptcy, Matt? How long ago?
The bankruptcy would have been, hold on, let me gather my thoughts here. Would have been filed in 2010.
Yeah,
I was discharged a long time ago.
It sounds like you're okay, dude. You need 3 years from the date of the sheriff's sale. So, I mean, it sounds like you're going to be all right. What I can do is I can call after the show. I can pull the deed for you from Wayne County and find out the exact date and run your credit and go from there, man. It sounds like you can get back into the market.
And that's what I had heard before, too, because I did have a guy that used to work with us previously on the old house.
Right.
And he pulled for the sheriff's deed, and it didn't go through for like a year after we left the house. So
it's
we left in
2011.
October of 2010. So he's saying it won't be till October of 2014.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That I'd be eligible, but I just didn't know now. And I checked about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
I didn't know if anything had changed in the
Matt,
market
we're out of
now
time,
where-
buddy. Matt, we're out of time, partner. Let me call you after the show. I'll look into it for you.
And definitely get him an approval letter. Thanks for all the callers for calling in. That's about it here.
The
We got
fastest
Pat.
hour in radio, Herbie.
It always is.
Dan
Pat
Dubinsky.
Caputo coming up here. We got the Michigan game, so I think Pat's out there in Ann Arbor, so a lot of excitement here, Michigan, Nebraska. Keep it here on 97.1 The Ticket or call Capital Mortgage, 1-800 Low Rate, the best mortgage banker. I want to thank Dan Dubinsky for coming in, Skyward Realty, downtown Royal Oak. Go and see him. We've got that meet and greet. A quick reminder, Wednesday, head out to Champs, 6 to 9 o'clock.
We'll
if
be
you're
there.
a local real estate professional, come out and see us. Our troops will be out there. Enjoy the day.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Capital Mortgage Funding is a proud division of United Shore Financial Services, NMLS number 3038, Equal Housing Lender. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE.
Okay, son, sleep tight. Tomorrow's Christmas.
Daddy, is Santa a Lions fan?
Absolutely.
Is that why everybody in the family gets lion stuff for Christmas?
That's right.
Will Santa get me the lion stuffed animal I asked for?
You've been a good boy. I'm sure he will.
Daddy, why do all the gifts come in boxes with the name Fanatics.com on them?
Fanatics.com is a special workshop Santa has just for Lions fans.
But what if a kid licks the bears? What does Santa do then?
Oh, boy.
From team jerseys to pennants, from hats to ornaments, Fanatics.com has great gifts for all the sports fans in your life. Whether you're a fan of the Lions, Red Wings, Pistons, Tigers, Spartans, or Wolverines, Fanatics.com has all your team gear with over 250,000 items in stock. Every sport, every team. Fanatics.com, where sports fans shop.
When it comes to tackling, the Detroit Lions defense takes their job very seriously. And when it comes to tackling cancer, well, the Josephine Ford Cancer Institute and the